Water is hard to animate. Forest Group first reached out to us maybe 5 or 6 years ago, where they asked us to do a 2D animation around one of their products. Forward wind those few years, and they reached out to us to do a 3D animation around all of their products, and their products are all about drainage and contamination prevention. It all started with a bead. When we found out that this bead was instrumental in these products, we wanted to create a storyboard that linked everything together. So using the concept of one bead moving from one product to the next, then showing how that product works, seemed like a really interesting way of doing that. And the only way that we could animate that and show that effectively is actually doing water simulation. Now, water simulation with 3D animation is very, very tricky. It's a very specialist area, and one that we knew would take some time to understand and also execute in a way which is impactful from a visual perspective. So we knew we had a bit of a challenge ahead of us. Tom worked on this animation over a 4-second part of the storyboard, but the calculations and all the computing time behind it around those 4 seconds of animation take days, and you got to hit it going, you got to wait, and you got to see what comes out the other side, and then you adjust it. What's really critical in the 3D projects is how we communicate with the client and how much the client is willing to work with us to understand our process and understand the process of making 3D, which is quite an alien process. And working with Julie and Nick over at Forest Group on this project has been a joy. The project started as an animation. It ended as a full rebrand. So we worked really closely with Penn Studio to make sure whatever we were doing in 3D was actually useful for them as well. What we've actually done is created a series of other assets that either were picked from that animation and delivered in a different way, or slightly changed to give the web studio a different asset to work with, and that would then give them more collateral to make that site and that new brand refresh that bit better.